This is a new piece that shows some photography, really wonderful photography, by Stasja Voluti. It involves 16 of her photos. It's the first primarily grayscale Aleph Null piece, but you can see it's not entirely grayscale. Now there's an interesting vis-poetical aspect to quite a few of these pieces by Stasja. So one of the things that I did was to zoom in on some of those. So we see the 16 photos plus some zoom ins that I did. I told this to my wife Natalie and she said, "Oh yes, the Ken Burns effect." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" And she said, "Well, there's a thing with the iPhone. There's a setting with the iPhone where you can hit a button and it does the Ken Burns effect, which is basically to zoom and pan and make it seem sort of like your photos are a video." And the Aleph Null is dealing with moving image, so some sort of zoom anyway, if not pan, is I guess part of video, part of film, and so I think it works here as well. Gives us a better read of those texts also. So that's basically how the Aleph Null piece looks. Now let's have a look at the photos. The photos, as I said earlier, have an interesting vis-poetical aspect, but also they're quite staged in the city, Vancouver, of photo conceptualism, conceptual photography. And it's not just photography, some of them look somewhat photoshopped. Interesting mixture of arts and approaches to photography and visual art, and the literary as well. A vase of letters. That's the nature of the photography. And you've seen the Aleph Null version. In Aleph Null there will be a link to a slideshow of the original images. So you'll be able to see the Aleph Null video and the original images as well. And over here we have the icon for the Stasja Voluti image tangents nib, as we have nibs for 5 other artists who are participating in this. This is for Chris Joseph's work, and this is Ted Warnell's, and Jim Leftwich's work, and Maria Damon, and Brent Bechtel. And there'll be more stuff coming. I have work from Andrew Topol, Nico Vasilakis, Carl Kempton, and Klaus-Peter Denker. And I'm expecting work from Jukka-Pekka Kurvinen, Hegina Celia Pinto, Catherine Merrill Bennett, Talon Mehmet, Don Nelson Wodrope, Kedrick James, and Volodymyr Bilic. Stay tuned.